Imagine a prison where inmates live in cozy cottages, spend their days fishing, horseback riding, and tending to organic farms, and have access to beaches and outdoor sports. Sounds more like a vacation retreat than a prison, right? Welcome to Bastøy Prison in Norway, often referred to as the world's most luxurious prison. But is this humane approach to incarceration actually effective? Let's dive deep into the fascinating world of Bastøy Prison and see why it is changing the way we think about justice and rehabilitation. Concept of Bastøy Prison. Bastøy Prison, located on a scenic island in the Oslofjord, is unlike any other correctional facility in the world. Surrounded by breathtaking natural beauty, this prison operates more like a peaceful retreat than a traditional high-security facility. Instead of towering concrete walls, barbed wire, and strict punishments, Bastøy follows an open, trust-based rehabilitation system where inmates enjoy an environment focused on personal growth and responsibility. The Norwegian government believes that treating prisoners with dignity, granting them a sense of independence, and providing them with meaningful responsibilities significantly reduces the likelihood of reoffending. This progressive approach has drawn global attention, challenging the conventional notion of what a prison should be. But how exactly does this facility function? And what makes it the most luxurious prison in the world? Let's take a closer look at the unique philosophy and daily life inside Bastøy Prison. Structure and facilities of Bastøy Prison. Unlike traditional prisons with high security cells and armed guards, Bastøy Prison features small wooden cottages that house inmates. These cottages resemble holiday cabins more than prison cells, each equipped with bedrooms, living spaces, and kitchens. Prisoners are responsible for cooking their own meals with fresh ingredients provided to them, promoting self-sufficiency and responsibility. Instead of wearing uniforms and being locked in cells, inmates are free to roam the island, engage in various recreational activities, and even hold jobs. Some of the facilities available include 1. A beach where inmates can swim and fish. 2. Horse stables for horseback riding therapy. 3. Organic farms where prisoners grow their own food. 4. Sports fields for soccer, tennis, and volleyball. 5. A library and educational centers for studying and skill development. This setup creates an environment that feels more like a self-sustaining community rather than a prison. Daily life of an inmate at Bastøy Prison. A day in the life of a Bastøy prisoner is structured but far from rigid. Morning routine. Inmates wake up in their cottages, make their breakfast, and prepare for their day. Work and responsibilities. Each prisoner is assigned a job, such as farming, cooking, maintenance, or taking care of animals. These tasks help them build discipline and prepare for life outside prison. Education and therapy. Inmates have access to educational programs, including vocational training in carpentry, agriculture, and mechanics. Therapy and counseling services are also available. Leisure and recreation. After work, inmates can play sports, fish, ride horses, or enjoy the outdoors. Evening time. There is a curfew, but inmates have the freedom to socialize, read, or relax in their cottages before lights out. This structure mimics life outside prison, allowing inmates to adjust to a normal routine before their release. How does Bastøy maintain order? Despite its luxurious and open nature, Bastøy Prison is not without rules. Only low-risk prisoners are sent here, typically individuals convicted of non-violent offenses or those nearing the end of their sentences. This selective approach ensures that the prison remains a safe and controlled environment while providing inmates with a chance to reintegrate into society. Unlike conventional prisons, there are no armed guards patrolling the island. But that doesn't mean chaos reigns. Strict discipline is enforced, and inmates are required to work and contribute to the community. They take on various responsibilities, such as farming, cooking, and maintaining the island's infrastructure. These tasks are designed to instill a sense of responsibility, self-sufficiency, and structure, key elements in preventing reoffending. What's even more surprising is that there are no fences or barriers preventing prisoners from escaping. Yet, escape attempts are incredibly rare. Why? Because the inmates understand the consequences. If they try to flee, they will be immediately transferred to a conventional high-security prison, where their current privileges will be lost. Does it actually work? Many critics argue that Bastoy is far too lenient, claiming that a prison should be a place of punishment rather than comfort. They believe that inmates should face harsher conditions to truly pay for their crimes. To skeptics, the idea of prisoners enjoying nature, working freely, and living in cozy cottages seems more like a retreat than a correctional facility. However, the statistics tell a completely different story. Norway has one of the lowest recidivism rates in the world, with only about 20% of former prisoners reoffending after release. This stands in stark contrast to countries with more punitive prison systems, such as the United States and the UK, where reoffending rates range between 50% and 70%. These numbers suggest that a strict, punishment-based approach may not be as effective at rehabilitating offenders as once believed. Former Bastoy inmates often reintegrate into society with surprising success. Many find stable jobs, reconnect with their families, and manage to stay away from crime. The emphasis on personal responsibility, structured work, and social integration seems to be the key to Bastoy's effectiveness. Instead of creating hardened criminals, the prison nurtures individuals who are better prepared to lead productive lives. This challenges the traditional notion of incarceration, forcing the world to rethink what truly works in reducing crime. Comparisons with other prisons. To understand how different Bastoy is, let's compare it with prisons in other countries. United States. Prisons are often overcrowded, violent, and focus on punishment rather than rehabilitation. Solitary confinement and harsh sentences contribute to high reoffending rates. United Kingdom. While conditions are slightly better than the US, the prison system still struggles with overcrowding and limited rehabilitation programs. Norway's traditional prisons. Even regular prisons in Norway, like Halden Prison, focus on humane treatment, but Bastoy takes it to another level. This comparison highlights why Norway's approach is revolutionary and why countries with high crime rates might learn from it. Is it fair? The idea of luxurious prisons often sparks heated debate. Some people argue that criminals should not be rewarded with comfort after committing crimes. To them, prison should be a place of hardship, deterrence, and strict punishment. They believe that inmates who live in such relaxed conditions are not truly paying for their actions. On the other hand, supporters of Bastoy's approach point to its undeniable success. They argue that treating inmates with respect, giving them responsibilities, and helping them rebuild their lives leads to real change. By focusing on rehabilitation rather than punishment, Bastoy reduces crime in the long run, which benefits society as a whole. After all, wouldn't it be better to have former prisoners reintegrate successfully rather than return to crime? This raises an important question. Should other countries adopt a similar model, or is this approach only possible in a place like Norway, with its strong social systems and low crime rates? Would a system like Bastoy work in countries with higher crime levels and different cultural attitudes toward punishment? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Bastoy Prison is redefining what it means to serve time. Instead of punishment, it focuses on rehabilitation, preparing inmates for a better future. With Norway's low crime rates and successful reintegration programs, it's clear that this unique approach is making an impact. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.